Hello everyone. It's the first time we've recorded using our microphones, so
I'm trying to hide my one,
Are you? Well, I've got mine
as we do
full
on television.
because we've got the chateau in front of us and the fountain behind us, and we've wanted to put the fountain on, so we're hoping you can hear our voices over the fountain. What we'd like to chat to you about today is going right back to the past and then up to the present day. When we first left London, I want to talk about how it felt to be packing up our house. We'd only just moved into a couple of years before. Remember that day when we found that we had to put all your tools onto the big lorry?
Packing, I had to pack my own tools. I didn't want anyone to pack them, basically.
This is what happens when you decide to move to a chateau. We've sold our house, we sold it in record time, and it was just as COVID and just as Brexit hit. So nobody knew what you could and couldn't do and what you could or couldn't take over to France. So at the very last minute, having booked our house to be put onto this big road train, as they call it, which is a big lorry that comes from England down through France, down to Spain, you book the amount of space you need and it drops it all off on the way. So we were told at the time, obviously we had to list all our furniture and everything in every box. So on the outside of every box, we had what was in the box and a price against it. Which
We had to cheat on the price because we thought we were going to be charged, or
Yes, we were being talked about paying import duty on all your second-hand goods. So it said use brocante prices or boot fair prices in the UK language. So that's what we had to do. Every single box. We must have had hundreds of boxes, mustn't we?
well, at the beginning they got this articulated lorry, and they thought, oh, that will do, and they estimated it was wrong, so they had to get another bigger, like a Luton van,
Yeah, it's true.
to fill it up.
So at the very last moment, we were told that to avoid paying import duty on Xeon's tools, we had to put them in with all our furniture to move everything across at the same time. So about 3 days before our move, we're frantically boxing up an entire garden studio full of tools. I mean, you're talking about 35 years worth of tools, and it probably doubled our move, didn't it?
It was, well, I thought if I tried to bring them myself and they would stop me in custom, we'd be in trouble. So we thought, okay, they can have them.
But we just didn't know. Nobody knew. We were told one minute we needed to have an agent in England, another agent in France. In fact, what happened was the company who moved us did all the paperwork and we came through as smoothly as anything. But we had already moved to France at this point. We were living in a gîte about 10 minutes from here, weren't we?
Yeah,
And
on the other side of the village.
Yeah, we've been living there a couple of months before we finally completed on the chateau and ended up moving in. So that removal process, oh my goodness. I've got a photograph of Zion, which I'll try and put on the film, sitting in our kitchen on a deck chair up to here in packing cases.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I've got a picture. You were in your pajamas, if you remember.
Oh, well, that's the only clothes I had.
And people often ask us, what do we miss the most about our previous life, if anything? What would you say we miss the most?
What do I miss most? I don't know, we've been here now nearly 5 years, and when you think about what do you miss most, okay, now we're trying to build a swimming pool, so I miss the idea of popping into the shop and I want this, and it's, when you live in London, you have 5 big building merchants, you're surrounded by them, and you just go in and you can play the prices against each other, and it's all there, it's all next to you. And here is the only shops we know is kind of like a DIY stores.
Yeah, more like B&Q than
more like
Build-A-Depot,
B&Q,
isn't it?
and but even if they have Brico Depot and Leroy Merlin, that is a bit more professional. They have a builder's yard in the back. Still doesn't feel like a good London or like a good English building merchants. In England, you have a lot of independent building merchants, you know.
Do you miss anything about our house in London?
Do I miss anything about the house? Yes, I do miss the house. I miss a lot of things about the house. I mix the. It's funny to say, but I miss the comfort of parking in front of the house, getting out of the car, getting in the house. You know, you can say
Because
that.
we park up the
Now we
drive.
park away from the house. Oh, we don't want it in front of the chateau. You know,
We never park in front of the
you can't
chateau.
have the. It spoiled the view, so
So
you can't
true.
have that.
The
Yeah.
whole time we're concerned about what people first see when they arrive here. And the last thing you want is a van parked in front of the chateau.
Well, the people do come and park right on the steps. You know,
They
they
do.
want to get in.
Shall I tell
Uh,
you what I miss?
I miss. I do. I miss my kitchen a lot.
That's so funny you should say that. I was about to say I miss the kitchen. That's the most important thing for me because we had this house that was built specially for us. Dion built it. I designed it with him and it fitted us beautifully. It was like putting on a pair of slippers when you went into the house. Every single room was designed for our way of living. And the kitchen was just superb. We had 4 ovens,
We had 3 ovens.
4 including the utility room.
We had no. I think we had 3.
We had a double, and we had one on the end of the unit, and then we had one in the utility room.
Okay, if you want to call that, yeah, it was okay. If you can call that 4, but it was. It had the. I don't know if anyone knows what is the downdraft. Is one of them extractor fans that come up from the worktop, and it was right on the outside, and it's a 6-inch outlet. So cooking, all the smoke, the smell, everything just gone. We had. It's funny now. Sometimes I look on kitchen designers and I see there's in the back of the kitchen is the sliding doors and everything was hidden there. Now all the kitchens they're designing them now.
What we had was a 600 worktop, and then a 300 worktop beyond that. So effectively, it was a 900 worktop. But the 300 at the back was covered with doors, and you suggested mirror doors. I wanted doors, but you said mirror doors.
No mirrors, then you don't.
And in this 300 space, beyond your worktop, so you have all the worktop you need to work on, and then the 300 storage. We had the coffee machine, the mixer, the steamer, everything plugged in. So we must have had 15 sockets all along the back wall with all these different tools. We just pull forward, use them, push them away, and close the door. So we never had anything on our worktops. Again, we'll try and put a photograph up on this video.
Another thing is because it was nearly 900, underneath was 900. So I've built special drawers with the special, what they call them, office runners.
Extra strong runners.
Extra strong. They can take 80 kilos or more than that.
I could lie in the drawer and it would still hold my weight.
So this massive drawer comes out, and half of the kitchen inside it.
It's true. So we missed that. We missed the fact that it was so well lit. The island unit was so clean. It was this beautiful piece of marble. And then we had this huge countertop with all these machines already plugged in, 2 sinks. So
I'm surprised you didn't say you missed the central heating.
actually, it's true, isn't it? I never said that, did I?
No.
It's true. I never really thought about the central heating, but I do miss the kitchen. I think that's the only thing I miss because we don't actually have a kitchen yet. We have a serving kitchen, which is this little tiny space. And kitchen is next on our plan. But of course, at the moment, we're doing a swimming pool. And the swimming pool is hugely important for our business because everybody who comes to stay here stays maybe 1 or 2 nights. If we had a pool, I truly believe they would stay 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 even.
Our neighbor
nights.
said the pool increased the people stay by 50%.
Yeah. And every day past that first stay, that first night, is profit for us. Because if
Shall
you
we close this?
You
It's
want
a
to?
bit noisy.
Well, we've got our special.
Okay, well, let's hope it works.
I think they're working. Is yours switched on? Mine's switched on.
Mine is on.
Mine's on acoustic,
Oh.
which means it picks
I don't
up
know.
our
I
voices.
didn't. I just put it on. What you gave me, that's what I've done. I put it on. That's it.
Anyway, so we've gone from moving out of London to moving into the chateau. And now we've done weddings, we're refining everything that we're doing because we want to make a business. We are a business. We want to make the business really good and strong. And now what we're focusing on is all the delightful bits, all the bits that people will remember. not the infrastructure that you can't see, which is Zion's department. That takes forever. But actually all the things that people go away remembering, and things that will make people come back, and things that will make people stay longer. Those are all good business decisions. Once we finish the swimming pool, which is a work of art and an engineering project all at the same time.
Well, it's the first swimming pool for me, so
Yeah.
I'm learning on the process.
Yeah,
But I don't see anything to
you
worry
keep
about.
calling it an upside down house, don't you?
It's an upside down house, yes.
So if sounds as simple as that, who knows? We're not sure how long it's going to take yet, but we're really looking forward to it. And I'm particularly looking forward to a jacuzzi, because Zion and I work very long hours, and it would be so lovely to end up each evening looking down the valley at the sunset in a jacuzzi. So watch this space.
Yeah.
Until next time, we've enjoyed talking to you. Send us your questions. If there's anything you'd like answered, we'll answer them for you. We'll have maybe a live chat one evening. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
And we've started already. This is probably the last 2 days of the dry weather, so it's a really good idea to get it started today. The digger has to go back on Wednesday, today's Monday. So we're making hay while the sun shines, literally. Ground smells wonderful because there's a lot of natural mint in there. I've taken some, planted it. Do you want me to stand here, or are you gonna dig round me? So this is going to be, we've decided to come over a couple more meters. I think I'll move. Nice topsoil. Just hoping we don't find any rocks. Diving, so a couple of meters, I suppose. 1.8, something like that, I think. How deep, Zion? That's not good.
Hey?
That's touching rock.
Yeah, small rocks.
How deep's it going to be?
1.6 meter.
1.6. 1.6. I thought it was 1.8.
Right? Yeah, you have to go about 2 meters down. By the time you put the and concrete and everything. Don't just put 1.5.
Nice soil. Hopefully they're just small rocks. So this is the line here. Feel the ground moving. Yeah.
No, maybe we need to come here. But that's okay, you need to build it up and put pipes and everything.
Yeah. And this is what it's going to be like when we've got our pool dug. This is the deep end. And look at all that wonderful clay. That white, that's clay. We could use that for our lake. And then you can see the sun just coming over the hill there. And that will shine down the valley, which is in this direction. It's so peaceful, apart from when a plane goes overhead. Which I think might be a microlight. But what's fascinating is all the different levels of clay that we've pulled out and the soil that we've pulled out. We've got this lovely topsoil on the end here. So that's all going to be reused for flower beds and grass. And then that lovely sunshine, look at that. Over here, we've got this real lump of clay. Look at this. Oh yes, there's the microlight. Look at that. Oops. Like a bat. The chateau. This is the first time we've really seen the chateau from this angle, because it's always had that huge tree in front of it. So it's fascinating. But look at this lump of clay here. It's completely different to all the other. And that's what we're going to use for the base of our lake when we get round to it. So it's fascinating. And this is going to be the view from the other side of the pool, looking at the sunshine on the chateau. Oh, and here's Sylvie. Hello. Are you having a good look around? She had a mouse just now. And there's Celine. Wherever we go, they go. And up here, these are our neighbours' barns. This is Layla's barns. And it's probably the first time the back of these barns has been seen. They've been covered in brambles and trees, but they're really rather attractive. Needs a lot of work doing though, because there's tiles sliding off the roof. I think they're being held on by ivy at the moment. You see all those tiles. And there's a hole here, which we think was probably for the goats. But as you go along, you can see where doorways used to be. There's a doorway in here. With the lights above it. There's still a ring there for tying up your horse. And our own barns are a bit further along here. So we're going to clear this patch out as well. And then we can get to the barns and start using them. But this is going to be our swimming pool area.